Hello. I don't expect we'll be going to Monza this year, but my wife and me love to visit the Italian Grand Prix every year. A few years ago I was planning our autumn trip and I was preparing our 16 valve. I decided to be a little more Italian with green and red fender bulge decals. I wasn't sure if these were successful, but it was a hit at home, so they stayed on. We packed the Delta and we headed south. We book a late night Eurotunnel train. It's quiet at the terminal and we miss the M25 traffic. So we usually drive through France under the stars and park up in a services maybe about 2 in the morning. We recline in the comfortable Evo 1 seats that this 16 valve has, have a sleep and head off again when the sun rises. A couple of days later we approached our destination near Bergamo. I pulled into a lay-by to have a break and check our hotel paperwork, but I ran into a large pothole. This made a bang. It whipped the steering wheel out of my hand and split the front passenger side tyre. So the tyre was flat, the rim was a bit damaged, and I did worry about the suspension. But I'd pumped up the spare before we left, so I got the car up on its wobbly Lancia jack and changed the wheel. Next morning was Saturday. After breakfast we set out to look for a tyre shop. There was no obvious commercial area nearby. Local folk had no idea what I was asking for, so directions were a bit hazy. I stopped to ask again and the spare tyre burst. It exploded and it sounded like a gun being fired. People literally scattered. The 16 valve had pushed me to the limit, so I turned around and drove with the spare flapping to keep looking for a tyre shop. We did eventually find one. I love Italy, but Italians know how to add value to any transaction. The tyre shop owner was very welcoming. Seeing a grey-haired English tourist with an old Lancia, he must have thought it was a lottery win. They pulled the Lancia in and whipped all the wheels off. The lads checked the front suspension and said it was okay. As the 3 remaining good tyres were all deemed to be faulty in some way, the owner recommended a new set of 4 Pirellis. I said no thank you, and I took a look at his part-worn stock. Anyway, we agreed on a set of 4 new Korean 205s to be fitted. I was offered a spare space saver wheel and tyre from a Fiat Punto, which had a red steel wheel with a good tyre. I asked to keep our Delta spare wheel and with the Punto tyre fitted. They did a great job with lots of smiles and handshakes. I paid by card, lighter in the wallet, but happy at heart. Next day was Sunday, the race day. We parked in Monza town and walked through what is Europe's biggest park to the Grand Prix. We watched Lewis win and then headed for a relaxed trip home. So later, at home again, I was washing and servicing the 16 valve and I decided I would remove the wing top vinyls. I kind of like the little car being British. Bye bye.